Good day to Doctor and my fellow friends. I am Suzy Sin, lecture number is 271767. So today I would like to talk about the introductions of the impact of COVID-19 Malaysia airline industry and strategy to counter it, comparison between Malaysia Airline and AirAsia. So first of all, the SARS-CoV-2 virus causes coronavirus illnesses 2019, which is an infectious disease. Viruses and illnesses have distinct naming conventions and applications. Viruses are given name based on their genetic structures, which aids in the development of diagnostics, vaccines, and treatment. This effort is done by virologists and the largest scientific community, and viruses are named by the International Committee on Virus Taxonomy, which is ICTV. And diseases are given names to make illness prevention, transmissions, transmissibility, severity, and treatment easier to discuss. And the illnesses are formally named by WHO in the International Classifications of Disease, and since WHO is responsible for preventing and reacting to human disease, which is ICD. The COVID-19 pandemic is a health, economic, societal, and humanitarian problem all rolled into one. Governments throughout the world have undertaken complete or partial lockdown, blocked borders, enforced stringent travel restrictions, and issued cautionary circulars to discourage non-essential travel around the world, to limit the spread and preserve people's health. And aviation has been one of the most impacted industries, with demand for the air travel plummeting to historic level because of these regulations. The airline industry financial sustainability is in jeopardy, and the millions of jobs that rely on it are in jeopardy because of rapid decrease in air transportation. The Survival Dilemma Conference all aviation stakeholders, including but not limited to airlines, airports, air navigation service providers, which is ANSDPS, and aerospace manufacturers, as well as other stakeholders across the value chain. A potential deterioration in the aviation industry futures economic sustainability might disrupt the aviation ecosystem equilibrium, with far-reaching consequences at all levels of economy. As a result, airlines must move quickly and boldly to strengthen their financial positions and reduce the effect of a significant revenue shortfall. That's all from my part. Thank you.
Malayan Airways Limited was founded in 1947 and conducted its first trip in 1947. Following the creation of the Federation of Malaysia in 1963, it was named as Malaysian Airways. Malaysia-Singapore Airlines was renamed in 1966. Malaysian Airline System was renamed in 1972. Malaysia Airlines is Malaysia's national carrier and a member of the One World Airline Alliance. When Malaysia Airline System was dissolved from Bursa Malaysia in 2014, Malaysia Airlines Berhad began operation as the national airline on September 1, 2015 and ended the operation on August 31, 2015. AirAsia was founded in 1993 and began operations in 1996. Capital A Berhad, operating as AirAsia, is a Malaysian multinational low-cost airline headquartered near Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. It is the largest airline in Malaysia by fleet size and destinations. AirAsia operates scheduled domestic and international flights to more than 165 destinations spanning 25 countries. Its main base is KLIA-2, the low-cost carrier terminal at Kuala Lumpur International Airport, KLIA, in Sepang, Selangor, Malaysia.
Chi and my metric number is 277664. The first impact of COVID-19 towards MAS is the flight delay and cancellation. According to the news from the Malaysia Reserve, MAS services had been limited with a reduction of 85% across its network during pandemic. The CEO of Malaysia Airlines Group, Captain Izam Ismail, stated that MAS had to make numerous cancellations of flights by last minute due to the imposition of border controls and travel restrictions by each country respectively. For example, the suspension services to India, Philippines, South Korea, Saudi Arabia, Beijing, and other more countries. As the first day of MCO started, MAS had cancelled more than 4,000 flights. One of the strategies of MAS is to offer an ultimate flexibility in travel date change. This offer took effect from March 2020, whereby all passengers able to take the advantage to be waived from unlimited changing their flight dates and their destination. MAS also announced and offered the extension of rebooking travel flexibility as of 16 April 2021. Passengers who are eligible can rebook their travels on or before 31 December 2021, but the travels rebooked have to be completed by June 2022. Passengers can create and customize their bookings, such as seats and preferred meals selection via Malaysia Airlines mobile app with the contactless features.
My name is Daniel Josephine, metric number 272593. Today I'll present on the impact of COVID-19 towards Malaysia Airlines. Malaysia Airlines is one of the aviation company in Malaysia which has been impacted by the viral outbreak and resulted in loss. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, Malaysia Airlines Berhad was struggling with their airline share value dropping 50% more than in the third quarter of the year 2020. As per Malaysia Airlines financial statement in 2020, Malaysia Airlines has handed out RM294 millions of refunds for over 190,000 customers whose flights were cancelled. The following strategy to cater the situation was by offering low-cost carriers and promotion. Malaysia Airlines implemented a strategy to offer low-cost carrier in order to suit their class of customers, which provides reasonably priced tickets whilst also guaranteeing their comfort and satisfaction of their customers. Malaysia Airlines will be successful in retaining their customers' loyalty because passengers would attain their money's worth. A few promotion programs has been used to elevate customers' awareness and redevelop customer trust, like as to attempting to offer the first 1,000 seats each at a quarter discounted rate for travel alone or with a loved one. By this, Malaysia Airlines stand a chance of achieving higher revenue in the near future.
The third COVID-19 impact in Malaysia Airlines is low demand on flight tickets. Following the COVID-19 issues, travel restriction and the consequence of economic crisis, the behavior of the passenger has changed dramatically. The price of the flight ticket of Malaysia Airlines also skyrocketed compared to the pre-MCO period. The airport as the venue to gather all of the passenger can consider as the high-risk location also. Hence, the passenger might think taking a flight might increase the risk of getting COVID-19 infection. Hence, it leads to the low demand on flight ticket for Malaysia Airlines. In order to tackle this COVID-19 impact, there is a comprehensive restructuring carried out in the company. As the parent company of Malaysia Airlines, Malaysia Aviation Group, which is known as MAG, reformed its business and capital structure, including modifying its long-term business plan, further to assure survival and protect jobs on 2nd October 2020. On 22nd February 2021, the High Court of Justice of England and Wales approved a scheme of arrangement which would result in a 15 billion ringgit Malaysia reduction in MAG's liabilities. Malaysia Airlines only went to a UK court to get a scheme of arrangement approved for 44 of the aircraft operating licenses.
Since Malaysia facing a COVID-19 pandemic, the Air Asia company having the impact from this, which is decrease of revenue. The net income reported 804 million, which is a 4-quarter loss, and reversing a 96 million profit for the same period last year. Air Asia keep records of losses because of lower productivity of the company. Revenue of AirAsia has been decreased because the most revenue came from other transport-related service, cargo shipper and passenger. The number of passenger carried had reduced by 74% when compared to 2019, implying lower revenue production. In addition to that, government restriction had a minor impact on AirAsia revenue and profit, even though these limits were not imposed on the corporation, but they had an impact on customers who are the company's source of income and profit. Second impact on an ASEAN company is employees layoff. The alliance need to lay off more than 300 employees. The employees layoff is 111 out 1,900 carry crew employees, 50 engineers, and 172 pilots. The alliance had to lay off 10% employees out of 24,000 of employees. Airlines cut down salary staff between 50% to 75% to control the COVID-19 effects that affect on revenues of the company. Due to layoff by the company, the unemployment rate is increased and the employees having a depression. The employees be depressed because they do not have enough money to support themselves and their family and do not know how to find a job with such a higher unemployment rate. Effects of that, the employees might have a mental stress which may lead to the possibility to attempt suicide and depression. The CEO of ASEAN Airlines need to solve the problems and take care of employees' welfare.
Assalamualaikum and hello to Doctor. My name is Nur Alisa Dayana binti Muhammad with metric number 2700418. So the impact of COVID-19 has made Thai AirAsia one of AirAsia's subsidiaries to conduct mass layoffs and extended leave on November 19, 2021 to ensure long-term financial stability. This is because the travel restrictions had caused the company to suffer financial insolvency. Tasapun Bijlevel, the executive chairman of Asia Aviation, stated that they have to permanently cut the fleet size for 2 years from 60 to 54 or until the aviation industry fully recover. According to Gary Halfel and Janice Christensen, reducing the number of vehicles in any particular fleet is the most effective strategy to lower average expenditures. When the airplanes are not in use, they have to pay the total cost of ownership that includes maintenance and repair costs, where it is such a waste for the company. Therefore, they had to reduce the fleet size to ensure they cut down the unnecessary costs.
Okay, the first strategy that AirAsia used is control cost and cash flow management. They implemented strong cost control policy and tight cash flow management across the group. For example, AirAsia CEO Tony Fernandez and Executive Chairman Kamarudin Maranun were not paid during this pandemic period. And also, the employee across the board accepted and agreed to have temporary pay cuts from 15 to 75%. Additionally, AirAsia also delayed its lease rental payments to tide itself over during this pandemic. From all these strategies, they had successfully reduced its fixed expenses by 52% during the early pandemic of COVID-19 in 2020. Okay, then the second strategy is by advancement of digital business. AirAsia introduced Super App, and it is basically a platform that offers customers with a variety of services such as meal delivery, e-hailing, and also parcel delivery. And this company has introduced AirAsia Food, AirAsia Ride, and also AirAsia Express. From AirAsia Food, this firm has already delivered over 500,000 meals. Other than that, AirAsia also launched delivery services which are known as AirAsia Express, and it can offer a fast, smooth, and easy delivery services. Okay, from all of this effort, AirAsia eventually acquired new clients because more than half of Super App delivery customers were new to AirAsia.
So I will continue about the last strategy. One of AirAsia's strategy is when the company applied for a bank loan to survive the COVID-19 pandemic. On October 5, 2021, the company got clearance from Dana Jamie Nasional Berhad for a loan of up to 500 million ringgit, where the Malaysian government guarantees the loan for 80%. This is a part of the country's economic stimulus program aimed at helping firms affected by the pandemic. AirAsia stated that the funds would be used for working capital purposes such as employees' wages and high operational costs like aircraft maintenance. In the first quarter of 2021, AirAsia raised more than 2.5 billion ringgit through fundraising operations. Fundraising money can surely help AirAsia to maintain their cash flow during difficult times and strengthen the company's financial stability, which in turn can sustain its airline operations. That is all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi to the doctor and my fellow friends. My name is Siti Maria binti Abdullah. My metric number is 271655. So I will continue presented about the comparison between Mars Airlines and AirAsia Airlines. So you can see the table about the comparison impact between Mars Airlines and AirAsia Airlines. So is it undeniable that all aviation companies have also been affected by the spread of COVID-19 epidemic around the world. And Malaysia Airlines faced challenges during the epidemic such as flight cancellation, decrease in demand, loss of new customers, and paying high amount of refunds. The financial performance and cash flow of Malaysia Airlines Berhad was severely impacted due to the travel and border restrictions implemented by many countries around the world. COVID-19 has created biggest effect among the passengers around the world. It caused a large loss of passengers of Malaysia Airlines Berhad due to the continued impact of COVID-19 pandemic. Malaysia Airline Berhad cancel a flight. Passengers are entitled to ask for full refund rather than rebook the flight or accept a travel voucher. The requirement to the provide cash refund on demand will undoubtedly be increasingly difficult for the already cash-strapped airlines to meet. Next, we move to the AirAsia Airlines. Inside AirAsia Berhad is very well known as a low-cost airline. The headquarters is located in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. It is the largest airline in Malaysia by fleet size and destinations. It has consistently been named as the world's best low-cost carrier for 11 years by Skytrax. Low-cost plan helped the company to earn profit impact. However, in 2020, the revenue of AirAsia Berhad has decreased terribly due to the COVID-19 pandemic. COVID-19 pandemic began to spread the final week of January 2020 in Malaysia, and until the moment in time, the whole world is still facing the pandemic. It also known as coronavirus, which can spread through the air and close contact. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the number of passengers carried has decreased in comparison with January to December 2019, which directly implies lift revenue generations. Furthermore, many of the staff have been laid off. The particular aim for the research to determine the factors affecting the revenue generation of the company during the COVID-19. That's all from me. We move to the next presenter.
Good day, madam and my fellow friends. My name is Jun Kajian and my metric number is 278007. Now I will do the comparison between the strategies used by Malaysia Airlines, MARS, and AirAsia during the COVID-19 pandemic. The strategies used by these two airline companies are totally different. The strategies used by MAS are more focused on providing convenience to the customer, which are offering ultimate flexibility in travel date change and low-cost courier and promotions. Other than focusing on customer, MAS also has a comprehensive restructuring in their business. In cross-such, the strategies used by AirAsia are more focused on improving the company's business model by controlling cost and cash flow management, advancing digital business, and applying for a loan to manage the company. AirAsia had done better financial management compared to MAS. This is because AirAsia controls the company cash flow and costs to avoid unwanted wastage so that the company will be more liquidity. Other than that, AirAsia also expand their business by advancing in digital business. This can show that AirAsia had a better innovation in business compared to MAS. For me, I would prefer the strategy used by MAS compared to AirAsia. This is because customers nowadays are more focused on the quality of services provided. Customer is willing to use their expenses on services that give them a good experience. MAS offer ultimate flexibility in travel date change for their customer, and this strategy allowed the customer to delay their travel without worrying the expenses. Thank you.